Hi, I'm going to take a couple of minutes to show you how to access and how you might use the new teacher dashboard on MyPDE to tailor resources in support of your new teacher's needs. So first of all, how do you even get to the new teacher dashboard? Well, we've provided the link in a couple of places on the Great Beginnings website, including on the October Mentor Resources page and on the new teacher page. But if you're in MyPDE and maybe you don't have easy access to the website, you can actually access it pretty easily through MyPDE as well. If you go over to the left side of the screen to the learner dashboard, you'll see these banners up at the top. And you can flip through those banners and find the new teacher resources that way. So I'm just going to flip through, flip. Here we go, resources for new teachers, and then click on that banner. And it's going to take me to the new teacher dashboard that way as well. So once you're on the new teacher dashboard page, you'll notice that there are a number of icons of essentially buckets of materials for new teachers. So anything from lesson plans to positive learning environment. We have a section for special education new teacher resources as well. And then over on the right side, you'll also see links to additional FCPS resources that may be helpful. And these are generally links to Google sites that it might be harder to find otherwise. You can also contact us if you're interested in exploring the Great Beginnings program. This is the link to our webpage. If you want to request further professional development that perhaps isn't being offered currently, or if you'd like to email our program with any questions that you might have. So when you click on one of the icons, what you'll find inside are essentially a bundle of resources. And so, for example, I just went into the lesson planning icon. And in the lesson planning icon, you'll find planning templates. You can find lessons themselves, lesson user guides, things like that, to help you with your lesson planning. You can also find videos, links to modules that are currently in MyPDE already, handouts, and things like that. Anything that might be helpful in supporting you if you're a new teacher, or mentors supporting your new teacher. Now, we all know that one of the things that can be really difficult when you're starting teaching, especially in FCPS, is that there are so many resources that it can really be hard to narrow down on what your need might be. So we definitely don't recommend simply sending your mentee to the new teacher dashboard without specific direction. Because there are so many resources, it could be overwhelming. So instead, we suggest that you either review the resources ahead of time and pick one or two that might be helpful to support your mentee with a specific need, or that you sit down with your mentee and that you look at the resources together and maybe pick one that might be helpful, that you both think might be helpful. So for example, let's imagine that you've observed your mentee and you've identified that they may need some additional support with building relationships with students. So you and your mentee enter the new teacher dashboard, and then you see that there is an icon for positive learning environment. And when you click on the icon, it takes you to the positive learning environment materials. And if you scroll down, you can see there are a lot of resources here, and some of them might be relevant to that specific need and some of them may not be. And so that's why it's really important for you to review them ahead of time, or for your mentee to sit with you as you review them together. So if you scroll down, I'm seeing embedding SEL into academics, and that might not be exactly, the specific building relationships piece that, we're talking about. Proactive language, providing positive feedback, maybe, but let me see if there's something a little bit more specific. Oh, wait, here we go. The power of building relationships. Okay, that sounds, pretty specific to my new teacher's needs. So I'm going to click on it. If it is a resource that I want to watch with my mentee, or I'm going to, send my mentee specifically to that resource, I'm going to hit start, and that is going to take me to a new window. and an ad. And then you'll see that it is a video. It takes us to a video around the power of building relationships. And you might watch this together with your mentee, or you might watch it independently, and then follow that recommended coaching cycle to implement the learning that it comes out of it, to observe the learning, and to reflect on the learning. And that's it. We hope that this will be a valuable resource for you and your mentee as you continue to work together this year. It is a curated hub of resources, essentially, that you might draw from instead of having to maybe go out and find them yourself or ask your mentee to find them themselves. And again, we hope that it will be a valuable resource for both of you this year.